right, welcome back to the Tip Out podcast. We have a special episode for everybody. We're changing it up a little bit. We were talking about golf courses, our season's about golf courses, but we found something that we really want to do. Shout out to Fultz for finding this. Fultz, you want to clue us in on what's going on?
Yeah, so I think it would be really fun today if we did a little offshoot episode where we just go through and rank some of our favorite players on the PGA Tour in a classic tier list style event here. We have some custom tiers that we've put together. We also have some mystery players on the board. You can ignore them, but overall, this should be fun knowing the current market in the golf world. So I'm curious to see where some of these players end up, but you'll get a gist of it as it goes along. It should be a lot of fun. Let's see what happens.
Let me throw up like a condition on it where we rank these guys is if two of the three people agree to a tier, that's where that golfer ends up. So it's like a 2/3 vote, you know.
We're doing majority.
Yeah, well,
majority rule.
House majority. All right, let's get into this. I'm excited. All right, we're gonna just
amazing.
Rip it right from the start. We got Justin Rose.
All right, so let's go. Let's break down our tiers. So our S tier is Golf Messiah.
Fine, we'll do that too. Yeah, good idea.
Our S tier is, we call it Golf Messiah. You know, the Jesuses of the game of golf in our lifetime. The PIP Horses, those people that are raking in the bucks, winning some majors, maybe winning the what was it, player enhancement program. Player enhancement program. Then we have the Journeyman, the staples of the PGA Tour. Then we have the Korny Tour, who are, the low tier guys that are making millions of dollars just by being
fighting for their card, playing on the Korn Ferry Tour every other year.
And then our F tier is Patrick Reed.
Yep. So, without further ado, we'll just throw it right there. All right.
I got one vote, Patrick Reed in the Patrick Reed tier.
The motion passes.
With flying colors. We had 4 votes for Patrick Reed in the All right.
Let's go Justin Rose.
Justin Rose.
Justin Rose is a good guy I grew up with. I grew up with Justin Rose.
I grew up with Justin Rose fan, not gonna lie. I don't know why.
I used to watch, I don't know if you guys remember Howcast videos on YouTube way back in the early days. And I used to watch golf videos from Howcast, and it was Justin Rose. I was like, who is this guy?
No way.
Turns out he was a professional golfer.
Yeah, at that point, you had no idea who he was.
I'm going to put him in the PIP Horse ranking. That's my vote.
All right, I'll put a vote for that. I was going to agree with that as well. Mm-hmm.
He's a stud.
I played as him multiple times in the 2008, PGA Tour Wii game, but that's not enough to earn Golf Messiah for me.
Tiger Woods 2008 was a GOAT game.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is a controversial one. Phil Mickelson. Are we going strictly on golfing ability, or are we going in for the whole
is completely subjective? Completely subjective.
Yeah, I think we got to make it as subjective as possible.
The guy is going to way heavier.
Yeah. See, he's another guy though who kind of grew up with. I grew up watching his. What a wonderful trilogy of golf instructional videos that this man has released. But in recent times, I can't say that I stand very firmly with his outward douchebagginess. He does have an outward, just he's putting on a facade or something. So I don't know. He kind of lost me there. So I'll put in one vote for middle of the pack journeyman.
I don't know.
I was leaning more towards Korny.
Wow, he was gonna go lower. I don't think he's messed it up that badly, in my opinion. I think he's middle of the road kind of guy. He's just there supporting Greg Norman or whatever the hell he's doing.
Yeah, definitely fractured the golf world. But also when you remember the Phil fireside chats or the story about how
those were really good.
The story he stole the sign at Augusta because he set up his own wedge range off of Magnolia Lane, and he stole the sign. He's still kind of the man, and he's a degenerate gambler, which more and more people are becoming and kind of related to.
It's kind of electric.
So I don't know.
You're the deciding vote.
Yeah, that is true. Sure, go ahead. You're
Dude,
the deciding
I'm
vote.
not gonna put him in Messiah, even though I kind of want to. But let's go Korny Tour. That's funny because he's corny. He's corny.
All right.
All
I'll
right.
settle.
Granddad of us all.
Cool.
Matt Kuchar.
Cool.
This is a.
He feels like
Oh man.
he feels like the
Good
perfect
ball.
journeyman. Like that dude is like made. Like he's always been like top 20 of the money list. Like for as long as I can remember. He like never won a major, but he's like kind of always involved in all the majors. Like he just seems like the perfect journeyman. Like solid.
I
He's a
completely
well-known
agree.
journeyman.
Yeah.
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 That's an easy one.
High quality. Yep.
All right. Our next
Good benchmarks we're setting here.
Liviot. We got trying to combine live and idiot, but we got Bryce DeChambeau, the scientist, the chemist.
Lived it. I'm a fan of Bryson DeChambeau. I think he just hopped on the bandwagon. You know, took the paycheck. Like, who really cares? He was never a big name on the PGA Tour too. He's getting smoked. So, but that's
a lie.
Kind of a.
I like.
Are we talking big Bryson or are we talking normal Bryson?
I like Bryson when he was fat. He was drinking 3 protein shakes in the course of an 18 holes and eating 4 like protein bars.
And then he comes out and goes, "Yeah, that was probably not the best idea." We're like, "Oh, you don't say."
Just because he lived with all the like golf YouTubers, I'm gonna go corny. I think he's corny. I would even go Patrick Reed, but my vote's gonna be corny Tour because that dude's pretty fucking corny.
I'll put him. He's pretty corny.
I think he thinks he's the golf messiah, but it's like the visions of grandeur. Like you got to throw him in a insane asylum. But but yeah, I agree with corny. I could really put. I think I could put Bryson on any of these tiers on any given day.
Yeah, good point.
But I think corny's a good spot for him right now in his current state. Now we got was it Sung J M?
Sung J M. Mm-hmm. Avoided. I want to preface this. Avoided mandatory military service by winning like the Asia. I forget what it was. Like the Asia like event. I forget the name of the event, but like South Korea ended up winning this event over China. And
it's like the World Cup thing.
Him and Siwoo Kim avoided mandatory military service by winning that, which is fucking badass.
That is pretty badass. Not gonna lie, I didn't know that. That is pretty hype.
How many of you remember Sung Moon Bae? Was it Sung Moon Bae?
I feel like I remember that name for sure.
He came out hot on tour, and then he just disappeared. We're all like, "Where'd he go?" And they're like, "Oh, mandatory military service. He's gone forever. Hasn't made it back."
And Sanjay is just a flusher of the golf ball. He's
pretty good.
I like his golf style.
He did. I did just see he lost Joe Scavron on the back.
But that was caddy.
Yeah, who used to caddy for Rickie.
Oh yeah, because he's Ludwig's caddy now, right?
Yep.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna. He's got to be like a journeyman.
I want to put him at golf messiah for the kicks because you can't not love
golf messiah for avoiding mandatory military service. That's the Jesus.
That's true.
Golf messiah.
Rare. That's rare. Golf messiah. Put him there. Do it.
He gets exempt status for golf messiah. All right. Moving on.
Oh, another one of my new favorites.
Billy Horschel.
The Mr. Fidgety fucking Tourette's guy.
With a weird
Him and Keegan Bradley have not identical, but
very similar.
They just don't know what they want to do ever.
They do look really uncomfortable when they're out there.
I mean, this is kind of like a Kuchar situation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won a PGA, didn't he?
No, he won a FedEx Cup. He won a FedEx Cup and he won the Memorial. Really, pretty solid fucking career. But I'd go journeyman.
Yeah. I'm gonna put him in front of Kuchar though.
All right.
Because like you could make an argument that he's a PIP horse. He's got his name out there.
All right. Webb Simpson.
Father Webb, 12 kids. The prophet.
U.S. Open champ. Journeyman to me.
Yeah. Good guy overall.
Yeah. He's not moving the needle in the PIP. He's not moving the needle at all, but he's
people know him. People don't.
Made a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one's gonna be
This
good.
is hot
Oh man.
take right here. This is gonna fire it up. Jon Rahm, number 3 in the world currently, probably number 2 in data golf world rankings.
We'll miss him.
Just signed for $600 million to go to Live a few days ago.
Can you blame the guy? Like, what's your? Let me go first, I guess. I don't blame him at all for taking $600 million. I would probably take $600 million in a heartbeat, but especially with all this shit, like where he like stuck his neck out for the PGA Tour, and the PGA Tour was like, "Nah, we're actually gonna do a deal with the PIF, like the Saudi investment fund, and we're gonna, you know, create a fucking monopoly of professional golf." He probably felt like stabbed in the back by that, and was like, "All right, $600 million, yeah, I'm gonna take that." Like, I'm more upset that what this does to like professional golf. Like, I love tuning in and watching, you know, the Wells Fargo, which might not be an event anymore and stuff like that. So that's what bums me out. But
agreed.
I don't blame Jon Rahm.
I think Jon Rahm was the final straw that broke the camel's back. Like, I'm not. Are we just watching the majors now? Is that what's going on? You watching the majors? You watch Memorial, like
Right.
Scottsdale. You watch Scottsdale, the players in the majors anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
No, I agree with what you're saying about Rambo though. I mean, the only other thing that I would take into consideration is his wins this year. Golf, like technically wise, he really put on a fucking show earlier this year. So, but I would put him, I don't know,
PIP Horse.
probably PIP Horse, yeah.
Yeah.
If there was more bathrooms on the golf course, then he might be a golf messiah. But he, you know, he had to hold those shits, you know, an extra hole or two. So PIP Horse.
Tough.
The turtle was speaking.
The turtle was speaking.
All right. I mean, but it's a double-edged sword though. Remember, he had a couple times where the bathroom door slammed while in his backswing, and it messed him up, right? So
it's an ongoing rivalry.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been too happy if, you know, freaking Justin Rose was taking a duker on the tee box, something like that, and he heard it while he was putting. I mean, you're right.
You'd be pissed. Like a lot of the guys that we played golf with over the summer, dude. All those Cleveland Metro
moving
Parks
on.
guys. Adam Scoot.
The man with the buttery swing, Adam Scott.
I think this is another just perfect journeyman. Just another top tier journeyman in my opinion.
Iconic Masters win.
Very true. Very true.
He's also probably the most handsome guy on the PGA Tour. He may have taken he may be too old for that, but I mean, for like 10 years, he had the best swing and was the best looking. That's tough. I'm going to vote Pip. I think you got to put him at. I'm going to vote Pip Horse just because of his.
I'll vote Pip.
Yeah, I'll put him in Pip. That's a fair compliment. All right, Rory.
I mean, this is a true golf. This is a true golf messiah, in my opinion. He died for our sins. He found the sword of live. PGA Tour, his own people crucified him.
He did die for our sins. He's a very controversial figure, like Jesus was. You know, he did
in his time. They're gonna write books about him.
Very, very true.
I'll agree.
All right, prime golf messiah.
Yep.
He's also like, he does too many interviews. I mean, like everyone wants to hear from Rory, but like you gotta just, you know, you can't just keep talking in these interviews, dude. You're gonna like people are just gonna
step down. Thankfully he stepped down, so now we're not gonna hear much from him, which is great. But I know what you're saying. This year he took way too many interviews.
Well, I mean, he kind of had to. He was the face of the PGA Tour. Like nobody else was gonna do it. So I mean, and that's gonna come back to bite him. But I mean, the way he played through all of it, very impressive.
True.
I agree.
Also, his driver swing is sexy. So
also very true.
Tony Finau. Finau fresh. Just confirmed that he's playing on the PGA Tour in 2024.
He confirmed that? I did not see
that.
Nice.
He posted that he's excited to see everybody at the Century.
Sticking around.
Yeah, Tony. Big Tony.
Dude, that would be huge though for Tony to take that dub ski for his fam, moving over to Lib or to Live. I just think that would be crazy
Live.
because he's already got like the legacy kind of build. Everybody else is like still has to have kids or has younger kids, but he's got them like there. Like that 12-year-old would be barking out his ass for a new computer at Christmas.
I think he still would be, man. I think Tony
Right.
Finau hasn't done too bad on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, Tony.
Right.
He's like underwhelmingly performed, and he's still like a top 20
Mhm.
golfer in the world, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
you need to play better, and it's like, well, still pretty fucking good. I don't know.
Yeah, I
He's
mean, it's
electric.
kind of.
I love Tony Finau. I'm putting him high up, Pip.
I'm putting Pip. Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't say he's a messiah really, but he's definitely Pip.
No, definitely not a messiah, but I wouldn't call him a journeyman either.
Right. I totally agree. All right, Keegan. This is an interesting one. Lots of this could be a split decision right here. I don't know. Keegan, lots of wins.
Resurgence in his game this year. Kind of fell off for a while.
Great,
Champ.
great appearances on Bob Does Sports. I don't know if you guys watched that. Funny dude.
I have not seen that episode though. That's kind of. He's got what? How many majors does he have? One.
He has one. He won the PGA.
One.
He just won the PGA. Yeah.
Not just one, but.
All right, Pip. I'm voting.
Pip?
Pip.
I'm kind of.
Are you thinking journeyman?
I'm thinking journeyman. Honestly,
I'm thinking journeyman too.
All right,
I'm only thinking.
He doesn't.
I'm thinking
he's got the
journeyman
major,
because
but he doesn't have much on top of that.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking journeyman just because of his sine wave like career, where like he's top winning the PGA, and then he kind of vanishes for a little bit, and then he comes back and he wins a few more. So that's journeyman to me. That speaks he's in it for the long haul. So he's just been.
I like that reasoning.
Because he's not moving. He's not moving the needle enough for me to be PIP Horse. He's close, but he's not there.
I agree.
Journeyman. All right.
Oh
Patrick
man,
Reed,
classic. Sergio might be a go-to Patrick Reed. I mean, other than like some of the shit that he's actually done, he's a total diva. But like the spider move, reading the greens, like some of them are kind of iconic.
That's Camilo Villegas.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm mixing them up.
Kind of a diva.
In that case,
has
Patrick
kind of
Reed.
shat on us during Ryder Cups.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
Patrick Reed. Korny. I don't hate him. I don't hate him like I hate Patrick Reed. So for that reason, I voted Korny. But that's just.
What about all the bunkers he's vandalized?
Yeah, right.
Because we support the supers. Because this podcast is a firm supporter of all superintendents around the world. Patrick Reed tier.
Thank you.
I like it. That was a great argument.
All right, I don't know who this is.
That's Mark Leishman.
Mark Leishman. Is that really Mark Leishman?
That's Leish right there, yes, sir.
He looks real different without a hat on. Let me tell you. All right, Mark Leishman.
Oh, the Leishman. Journeyman.
Long career.
Yeah.
Nothing really special, but
yeah, go to.
Francesco Molinari. Just because of his Ryder Cup, I'm putting him at journeyman. Otherwise, I would have said Korny.
Yeah.
British
British Open champ. Wow. Sick. He honestly, like that 2017 season or 2018 when he won, he almost won the he was in the Masters hunt in 2019.
Yep.
With Finau and Tiger Woods.
But yeah, I'll go journeyman.
Yeah.
I'll go journeyman as well.
Pretty easy.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Ooh. Hideki Matsayama. Shout out to the fan at the Rocket Mortgage like 3 years ago, where he's hitting his second shot into 17, par 5. And he just hits that iconic pause, hits the ball, and the fan just goes, Hideki Matsayama!
Just charges it up. Charges the power up on the backswing.
Oh, yeah.
I also respect the fact that, like, he's, like, played on the PGA Tour for forever, like, I don't know, 15 years, 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. Has no interest in learning English. Maybe he does, and he just doesn't do it. But as far as I can tell, doesn't give a fuck about learning English. Like, he's just totally about his business. He's here to play golf. He doesn't give a fuck about
pretty electric.
Masters champ.
He's around for the long haul. You know, he's been here for a minute. There's nothing but good things to say about him. I'll say that.
Besides his putting.
Yeah. True.
He's a generational striker of the golf ball, and he gets on the greens and he forgets how to strike a golf ball. So journeyman.
Journeyman? Yeah, journeyman.
Yeah.
I would probably go Pip
Normal
Horse. I would go a
distribution
little
going
higher
on
just
right
because of his. My only argument would be like he's
been
done a
around
lot
for a while.
around the world. He could be. You could say he's grown the game more than all those other journeymen.
I mean, we can't take the China market into account. We personally can't. We don't understand how or Japanese market. My bad. My apologies.
That's fair. All right.
Make a couple.
Patrick Cantlay.
Louis
Oost, and that totally looked
Louis.
like Patrick Cantlay. Oh, it's because he's
we got a couple big ear guys coming up now. We got Louis.
No, dude, seriously.
They might be listening to us.
Louis Oosthuizen also up there with the most gorgeous golf swings I've ever seen. Tempo just
Temple Town, USA.
Trying to think of what
Town, South Africa.
Would rather just live on a farm and ride a tractor than play professional golf.
Few guys with Albatross on the tour, a pretty sweet one.
On a Sunday at the fucking Masters, he made it.
At the Masters, which is pretty fucking electric.
Then
I got nothing but good things to say. I think he's Pip.
Really.
He's Pip for me. I grew up watching him too. I remember watching early.
He's always
and
you're always gonna get a top 2
Mhm.
Masters finish out of Louis.
Yeah,
Or top 5.
Top 5 in the majors. He 2015 or what year did he win? 2010 British Open at St. Andrews. I'm pretty sure. I know it was at St. Andrews. I think it was 2010. So yeah,
I know what you're talking about. 2011 maybe. The famous DeWalt sponsor,
Toolman.
the Toolman,
Toolman himself,
built like a mole rat.
Slow play.
Golf like
I was about to say
Cantlay.
strictly because of the slow play. Measure 3 times, cut once.
Korny.
He's apparently calling the shots in the PGA Tour right now.
I find that hard to believe.
I heard Tiger.
Dan Rapp's got some bad sources, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Who did you say? Dan Rapp? Yeah.
He's the one who broke that news. I don't trust that man.
I don't either. Korny. We'll
put him both out.
Who's that guy next to him?
It's Bubba.
That's Bubba.
Sorry, I was thinking about the guy in the.
I don't like Bubba.
I believe that's Ernie Els.
Yeah, that's Ernie Els.
Okay. Bubba's classic corny. He's a corny ass dude.
Yeah.
This is like
I can't call him Patrick Reed, but
this is definition corniness in my opinion.
I heard he's just a douchebag.
Yeah, same. He's also got he has this weird thing where if he brands anything, he has to put his fucking face on it, which I just think is kind of weird. If you own a bunch of shit with your own face on it, it's a little weird. I don't know.
Get a logo without your face on it.
Right. I would vote Patrick.
Then he got drawn on a mall.
I would vote Patrick Reed for Bubba if he wouldn't have hit that maybe the greatest shot of ever, the master shot in the playoff against Louis. If he didn't have that shot in his highlight reel, Patrick Reed, but because he does, I'll go Korny.
Yeah, if he didn't win 2 Masters in 3 years.
Yeah, right.
All right,
Pretty
Big Easy.
Pip.
Journeyman. This is also another definition of journeyman.
He's Pip.
British Open champ.
He's Pip.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, okay.
Brooks Koepka.
This is another tough one. A sellout in many's eyes.
But he went.
But he was honest about it the whole time. I thought he was at least was dude, I don't think I can compete with the PGA Tour with all these injuries I've had. And he's come back. Then he came back and win the PGA this year. I'm not gonna call him Messiah, but I think he's A.
I think he's Pip. I also love he had my all-time favorite full swing moment where he basically just told his girlfriend that he doesn't love her, which was just awesome in that context. That was fucking awesome. So Pip Horse, man, do it. So disrespectful.
Almost Messiah. If he wins another major, he's on Messiah level. I will say.
Yeah. Soon to be another major for sure. I mean, it's inevitable. I feel like. All right, we got Adam Hadwin.
Nope, that's Mr. That's
who is that?
That's Honest Abe. That's Abraham Answer.
Oh, that's Abe Answer.
Oh, that's
Answer.
Hey, right. Adam Hadwin's down there.
That's on me. Oh, I see Adam Hadwin. He's next to Kevin Na with the biggest Peyton Manning forehead I've ever seen.
True.
He's got a more Peyton Manning forehead than
Other
Peyton
than, other
Manning.
than Rickie, look at Rickie down there. Rickie's showing some head. Jeez.
Big brain.
All right.
That's all that water he's been drinking.
Answer.
Eight
It's more
Journeyman.
answers.
about a brand than playing professional golf at a high level. Does have some
I'm gonna-
soft hands though. That dude's hands around the green pretty soft. Pretty.
I
good.
gotta go. I gotta personally go Korny Tour just because he was sponsored by the Mexican cartel.
Really?
I mean, not really, but it might as
Kind
well
of.
have been.
That's hilarious. All right, put him corny.
All right.
Paul
Casey.
Paul Casey.
Ultimate journeyman.
My
This is
mom's
another-
favorite
yeah.
golfer right here. Paul
Ultimate
Casey.
journeyman. That's I
Ultimate
don't
journeyman.
really need talking about it anymore. Dude's
Yeah.
just
Roby
been
out
around
there.
forever.
He's another sunglasses fool too, like Rickie. Always out there with those sunglasses on, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Lee Westwood.
I think
That's-
he's the same career as Paul Casey. Like, I guess he was world number one. I don't know if Paul Casey was ever world number one. Lee
Oh,
Westwood.
we have two Lee Westwoods on here.
I noticed that.
All right.
Journeyman.
Journeyman, yeah. I mean,
Yep.
like, maybe PIP Horse in 2005, but like this
Yeah.
is 2023,
Yeah.
almost 2024. So, all right, moving on. Why am I blanking on these names, man? I
I
know
don't
who
know
it
who
is.
this is either.
I know who it
I don't
is,
know who
but
it
I
is.
can't think of his name.
I've seen his face like a million times, but I cannot think of his name right now either.
Let's skip him. Skip him.
We'll come back to him. The
Oh my
Czech
god,
Messiah.
who is
It-
that, dude?
It's Rory
Okay, sorry.
Sabbatini, dog.
No, I'm not talking about Rory. I'm talking about the one we were just looking at. Sorry, that was right on the tip
Is
of
that
my
Gary
tongue.
Woodland?
It's Gary Woodland.
Oh, it's Gary Woodland, dude. That's what it
Kind
is.
of an old picture of him. It doesn't look like Gary
Yeah,
Woodland.
yeah, not really. He's got
That's
the
what. Yeah.
beard. He's got the beard now. All right, should we
I
go
gotta
to
go.
Rory? Or do
I
you
gotta
wanna
go
do-
first on the Korny Tour. I can't necessarily call him a journeyman. I
We
guess
talking about
he is a
Sabbatini? We talking about Sabbatini, or we talking about?
We'll go back
Yeah.
to Gary Woodland.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
He has
get
a US
you.
Open, though. He has a U.S. Open.
That's true. I put him
He
journeyman.
does. Journeyman. All right.
Yeah, he's very
He's a-
similar to Lee
he's a
Westwood in my
qualifier,
opinion.
yeah. That was a pretty good US. That was a boring US Open at Pebble Beach.
Yeah, Keopka was like
Yeah.
up there, but then he wasn't, and he won
Yeah.
by like 3 or 4. So yeah.
All right. It's golf. This is golf Messiah right here.
Yeah, this is.
I don't
this
care.
is
Rory Sabbatini.
Sabatini.
Done.
Now I can bring
The
up.
Czech,
I can bring up
the
my,
Czech Messiah, man.
my earlier statement.
I couldn't even
too.
tell you one of
So-
his wins. Sure, let's put him in fucking golf.
This is 100%
Yeah.
Korny Tour, but
Put him-
this
put him
is
in.
pretty.
Do it.
All right. Weed man from Norway, Viktor Hovland. Giggles.
Weed man.
The weed. Stay off the weed.
I mean, you got to put him Pip right now just because of his
Yeah.
current season. He's running. He's running it. He's
Yeah, he
classic.
might be the number one golfer in the world in the next year or two. Like he's a stud.
he is.
Mhm.
I mean, he's the number one data golf world ranking.
Hey,
Is he really? I don't.
Yeah,
know.
he's been there. He's been up there for a while.
yeah, who knew?
I'm putting top of Pip, honestly.
Top of it,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm cool with that.
I love
I'm a
his
big fan
golf
of him.
game, and since
Huge golf
he's fixed his chipping, like unstoppable.
I'm a big fan of his attitude while he's out there too. He's just a
Absolutely.
fun-loving guy.
I think if golfers kind of emulated that carefree attitude, but like
Mhm.
being serious and
Yep.
wanting to get stuff done,
All right,
So-
on to the next. Really quick, didn't Cam Smith win the PGA Championship that we went to?
You mean the players?
Or sorry, yeah, the players that we went to.
I think he did.
I think he did. Was that? I just can't
Or
remember.
no,
If
he
it was
may
the
have
same
won it
year.
after we went. He definitely
Was
won
it
no,
the
he won
next
this-
year?
You
I
may
don't
have
know.
gone. Fultz, you may have gone, but it was not the one that Mac and I went to.
It was 2021,
Okay.
I think, was the year.
Can't
So maybe it
pick one.
was the year that it might have been my second trip, but
Yeah.
either way, he's got the players under his belt, so that puts him up there.
And British Open at St Andrews,
True, good live guy now.
2022
too.
Players Champion.
2022.
2022. So it was he won.
That was
the year
an
that I
outstanding.
went
And then
that second time.
he won the U.S. Open or the Open Championship and went to live.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, I'll put him right after Viktor Hovland.
I like him. He was
I got
my
nothing.
short stint with a mullet too was inspired by him. So I'll do it.
I mean, and also he was kind of like how Brooks Koepka left for Live. Like
Mm-hmm.
he left and didn't say anything. Like
Yes, I agree. He kind of silently
didn't go
faded
kicking
away.
and scheming. Yeah,
And
he's
it's
just like, I'm going to live. That's what I want to do. So be it. So
And like he just won the British Open, so he has 5-year exemption into all majors, and he can sign for $100 million and get that up front. Like it makes perfect sense. I don't blame him.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't like that he left, but I understand.
I miss watching him every week because he's fucking awesome. When he's like watching him on the greens is just magical. But yeah. All
right. JT,
we moved whoever that was. You guys know who that was?
No.
Is it? No.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either. Okay.
It's not JT Poston. No, because he's over there.
Yeah. No. It's so blurry on my side.
Justin Thomas.
Right. JT, I like this guy a lot.
Tiger's little brother.
PIP Horse.
He's
not Messiah yet.
No. His shot shaping ability is Messiah level, but his attitude and
I was gonna say
he's kind of a fuckboy.
I was gonna put in a downvote for his overly cocky attitude. I'm not a big fan of that when he's out there, but I don't know. I could settle for Pip. That's fine. Kevin Na, forehead man.
He almost. I want to say journeyman, but I also want to say corny.
I kind of want to say. I feel like if we're being generous,
I'm gonna put corny. He seems like he's a corny kind of guy. I don't have like a lot of bad things to say him, but other than he comes across kind of corny.
That forehead's
corny. Being corny is not terrible. So, like that just means you bring a lot of energy.
When it all costs.
Yeah.
We'll win at all costs. All right, now we got.
Now it's our boy Edwin Hadwin.
Kent State, not Kent State. He's one of the.
He's a Canadian defect. Didn't go to Kent State.
He fell out of the pipeline. There's a leak.
I don't know how he slipped through the cracks there.
Not much to say about him. He might be a journeyman just because he hasn't really done anything corny yet.
If he wouldn't have gotten smoked by that security guard after
the
RBC Canadian Open win,
that was pretty corny. That was pretty corny.
That's true. That is pretty corny. Okay, I can do it.
You got to take that more like a man. You got to push back a little bit. I'm gonna go corny.
Do it.
It is home open too, nonetheless.
This dude,
right.
Poltz.
I'd be willing to put him in corny.
I'm gonna go just because he is.
You're gonna go Patrick.
He's the death of Team USA in the Ryder Cup, and I hate him during Ryder Cups, and that's a compliment to him. It's a compliment to him. I'd vote Patrick Reed. His pants and his hair. Patrick.
You're gonna vote him Patrick.
Also that one outfit in the 2000s with the gold pants. Like that's
right.
He has the worst outfits in the history of the game of golf. So
totally agreed.
All right. Yeah.
Matty F.
Matt Fitzpatrick.
Matty Fox.
That was such a good U.S. Open win at Brookline. Like that was such a fun U.S. Open to watch.
Awesome.
With that was like the last time Will Zalatoris was actually playing.
I know.
Do we take into account that his brother's also a great golfer? Or do we leave that out of it? Is this strictly based on character?
I'm gonna go. He's not moving the needle for me. He has a couple of big wins. I'm gonna shake his hand on the big dick wins at the U.S. Open and at RBC or the Heritage. When he won the playoff over Jordan Spieth. But he's not moving the needle for me. I'm gonna go journeyman.
Wow. Okay.
What do you think?
I thought you were definitely gonna say Pip. I say journeyman too, though. Yeah, I got the same thing. Yeah. He's got a lot of wins, but he's kind of just always floating.
His golf is Pip worthy, but it's just
his personality. Yeah, like it goes around Twitter of like him putting on sunscreen and then Brooks Koepka like packing a fat lip in and like Koepka looking like big and strong and like a burly man, and then there's little skinny Matt Fitzpatrick lathering up sunscreen before a tournament. It's just you can't put him at Pip.
I agree.
That British skin, man. You gotta protect it. All right, our third big ear guy of the tier list, we got Brent Snedeker, the father of the pop stroke.
Oh, Brent Snedeker.
It's another just like generic journeyman.
He is. He's so generic that I want to put him at corny. Like we have so many.
Fair. Yeah, that's a good point.
Like,
we do have a lot of journeymen.
I'm gonna put him on corny.
Put him in corny. That's fine.
Corny. All right.
Who's this?
Is that DJ or is that Matt Wolf?
That's DJ. It's Big Dick DJ.
Is it really?
The Hammer.
I think there was another pick of DJ. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. What else? Any majors? What majors does DJ won?
Won the Masters
He has
and
a
the US Open.
Masters and a U.S. Open. Yeah.
Where did he win the U.S. Open at?
He won the Masters at Augusta.
Yep. Wow. That's great.
Whoa!
Great pull. Great pull.
Great pull.
Oh man, where did he win the U.S. Open?
It was 2016.
It wasn't Tory.
He won right before the Cavs Game 7 dub. I had to plug that in there real quick.
2016. Oh, Oakmont.
Yup. Nice.
And he lost it. He
Oakmont.
lost it to it. He lost on a 3-putt at Chambers Bay. Bring back the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay.
Yeah,
God,
that was so
much fun.
Chambers Bay is such a cool course.
Put it back in the same conditions too. I don't care how much the players bitched about it.
Do you think he actually fell down the stairs at the Masters when he withdrew that one year, or do you think there was?
I think he tripped over his penis.
He was trying a new move with Paulina, and
Threw out his back.
threw out his back.
I mean, it's got to be a.
It's got to be
Pip.
Messiah. It's Pip. He's at Messiah level.
Pip. He might be
You
Messiah
could go
level.
golf Messiah just because he's married to Paulina Gretzky and his father is the greatest hockey player of all time.
It's
Or his
true.
father-in-law is. So,
All right, go Messiah.
what do you think, Ferrara?
Do it.
Yeah, he loves cocaine. I don't know if that's a Jesus thing, but it gets him up to the Messiah level for me.
Jesus needed cocaine, man. That's what I'm
Speaking of thrown out backs, Joaquin Neiman,
Mimi.
the contortionist.
I don't even know.
Korny.
End of Korny.
Corny.
Korny.
He
Yeah.
didn't have
you
long
can
enough
put him
stint
in
on the
the
PGA
point.
Tour to really
Yeah.
move the
Yeah.
needle at all.
Corny.
Mhm. Corny. Ooh, this is
Morikawa.
this is between Pip and Journey for me.
I'm leaning a little bit more towards Pip,
Journey.
but it's because of the new TaylorMade commercial for the new. I think it's for the new wedges where he has the bag and he
Mhm.
dumps out and he's like shaking the bag and then just one ball falls out and he hits it like 60 yards onto the green and it spins all the way back to his feet and then he hits it again and it spins back to his feet. I was like, that's kind of a
That's pretty.
classic
That's a
commercial.
good.
Did you
That's
see-
a good commercial.
Did you see how this is another reason why we got the Matty Fitz thing right. He could even be corny. Matty Fitz called his caddy out, called Morikawa's caddy out for like writing down.
Oh yeah,
notes on
in
about the practice green.
the World Champ. Yeah, on the practice green, Morikawa.
No. He wrote down notes about the practice green.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's weird. That's
yeah.
Pip. End of the Pip. End of the Pip.
Fitzpatrick's going to Korny just for this.
Yeah.
Demoted.
I love it.
Demoted.
Demoted.
All right.
This is the other dude. Oh,
This is
Kevin
your- this is
Kidd.
all- there you go. Full T.
Yeah, Kevin Kidd.
Before we start
yeah.
recording, Full's gonna
It's
say
so
his
you
name.
got to realize it's so hard for me to tell like who all these people are. It's so.
I guess
blurry.
your colorblindness too.
Whoa!
The Ain't No Hobby story where he's like
That's
12
great.
beers deep and like shot like 62 and just is like going ape shit saying this ain't no hobby. Like it's Pitt. I mean, he's almost at Messiah level. His
Oh my
career,
God.
I kind of agree.
his
I'll put him at Pip. Yeah, I don't know if he's Messiah. Messiah is like I think Messiah is reserved for people that have been around for a while. He's
In
been around
terms
for
of,
a minute,
he's
but
been a while for a while.
Yeah, he has.
that's true.
But I would also argue that Kevin Kisner is just one of the guys, one of the lads.
The absolute home.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
absolute lad. That's a
Like
good point.
if I wanted to go on a golf trip with a PGA Tour player, Kevin Kisner would be my first pick
Yeah.
for sure.
I see it. All right, Spieth, Pip.
The proclaimed Messiah when he came on tour.
I like Spieth because of he brings a nice energy to the course. You never know what he's gonna do. He's like an oddball.
He's the most fun golfer to watch.
Yeah, he's really fun to watch.
Miles off the tee, right.
Yep. And then he could like
Under the rain.
yeah.
makes eagle, or I guess he made bogey for that one. But
when he said go get that to Greller, like at the British Open at I think it was at Birkdale. He's Messiah. I'm voting Messiah. Spieth is.
Oh, I'll put him up there too. I just didn't want to say it because
yeah.
I'm obviously a self-proclaimed fan. So is this Harold Varner?
It is
HV3.
HV3, baby.
He was I think he was the 54 hole leader at the PGA at Bethpage when Keopka won, and I think he shot like 83.
Definition.
He was dropped from coverage after the first hole after being the 54 hole leader. But honestly, like man, another one of the guys, if you're going on a golf trip, you'd want there. Is Harold Varner.
He's kind of homie. I was debating between Korny and journeyman. I think he's a journeyman. Like he never really had any wins, but like, nah. I don't know.
He might be a journeyman. I mean, he's put up a good fight. He's fun to watch. He's but corny out there because maybe he's like he also has some crazy fits too. That's a split decision. So I'll put in the vote for journeyman. Whatever.
I'll second that just because he's a cool guy.
All right.
Subjective tier list.
Yeah, like I don't.
Fairway Jesus.
Tommy,
Fairway
Jesus. I love Tommy.
Fairway Jesus.
Can we just put him at Messiah just because he looks like the Messiah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we honestly should. I'm down.
I think he's awesome. I like watching him play. I wish he would win more.
I mean, I would put him at PIP Horse. Like if we were doing it legitly, like a legit PIP Horse, but like he looks like Jesus.
But he's so lovable, though. Tommy's so lovable. Right, he might be a Messiah for that.
Just because of his hair.
He's the most lovable out there, in my opinion. Shane Lowry. Interesting one. Shane Lowry's got a lot of electricity. So maybe that could move him up the board a little bit.
His win, where did he win the where did he win the British Open? Oh, the Open Championship.
It was in Ireland, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I forget the name of the course.
Royal it's not Liverpool, it's
quick Google.
I'm not right. I don't know what you're talking about. It was Royal Liverpool. No, just kidding.
It was Royal Liverpool squared.
Royal Portrush.
Royal Portrush.
Pip. He's also just a cool guy.
Just that's a guy I want to have a pint of Guinness with.
Amen.
Agreed. He's awesome.
Guinness. All right, beef. Andrew Johnston. This man has fallen off the face of the earth. I think I
know nothing about this guy.
I think he went the Smylie Kaufman route. I think he does like commentating now.
I don't know much about him, so
corny just because his career is over.
Yeah. Who's that?
Is that Lucas Glover, but we have him again?
Is that That looks like Ludwig.
JT posted
on my screen. Postman.
The postman. Korny. What is he? Has he won anything?
He's won he wins all those like limited field, like opposite field events. Like whenever there's an opposite field event, he's like plus 1,000 to win that.
He has 2 professional wins.
He's been around for a while. He's a good player. I would put him at Korny.
I would put him journeyman.
Well, because he's sponsored by Vineyard Vine's Korny Tour.
He's won the Wyndham and he's won the John Deere.
I say Korny too. Yeah.
Good player though.
Messiah.
The Messiah.
Jason Day.
The golf vertigo Messiah.
I think I grew up watching him. He's a great dude. Yeah, he's fun to watch.
Did you guys ever see that video of he was sitting courtside at a Cavs game and LeBron pancaked his wife and his wife had to go to the hospital? LeBron went for a loose ball out of bounds and just completely pancakes Jason Day's wife.
Damn, I didn't know about that.
This day, Columbus, Ohio guy. I absolutely love him. I would put him at PIP though. I don't think he's in the side level.
Yeah, he could go in PIP. That's fine.
Bad beat of the century, Jason Day getting vertigo at the 2015 U.S. Open.
Yeah,
seriously.
Smylie.
I love
Smylie. one of the
He's
greatest
pretty
Faraday
corny.
impressions. Spring
Mhm.
breaker, like I mean, but he didn't really
Corny.
have a golf career.
He's
I guess
both-
you could argue that his career resurgence as a commentator is pretty impressive. I really enjoy listening to him.
I do
So
too.
you could make the argument for journeyman just because of that, but
I'd agree. No, I
No.
completely agree.
I
He was
agree. I also
the
agree.
four-hole leader at the 2016 Masters, and I think he shot 80 that day. But
he pulled an
He was in the
HV3.
final group.
HV3 pulled the Smylie.
yeah, exactly. Journeyman.
Yep, journeyman.
Amen. Xander,
Xander, the shelf lay.
this is tough.
Like obviously, like PIP Horse. Like he's a PIP Horse caliber.
At the Tour Championship, he is a golf messiah.
Yeah,
Everywhere else, he's just
Mhm.
kind of like a journeyman.
That's
PIP
true.
level-
I put him in.
PIP Horse level like caliber like skill, but personality wise, like kind of forgettable. So I'd probably vote.
I would vote journeyman too. Yeah, I think he's kind of.
Put him
top-
top- Top of the journeyman. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Rickie,
Pip,
Horse.
Messiah.
Pip, maybe even Messiah. He might be another good Messiah.
What's his
to
wife's
be
name?
totally honest.
What's his wife's name again?
Sydney Sweeney should be.
I think his wife's smoking hot.
She is pretty hot.
I did see his wife and Lacey Homa at the Rocket Mortgage.
I saw his wife at.
And the reason I knew it was them because of the size of the diamonds on those fingers.
PIP Horse.
Bigger than a golf
No,
ball.
Messiah. I'm putting.
No.
I'm putting
Orange.
him in
The
Messiah.
orange.
I say but he made a statement with the orange though.
He
Nobody
is-
else did that.
I think I wouldn't call him golf messiah, but he is top of PIP Horse just because everybody loves him.
Everybody loves
Okay.
You
I was
can't
gonna say the fact that he's loved and he's got that history, for me, that puts him as
Oh.
Messiah. The whole point of Messiah is you gotta be doing, something that's just like very unique, very different from the board, But all right, Pip it is. Who's that? So you just switched out DJ for DJ, bro?
So what we called DJ was actually Matt Wolf.
I fucking told you guys.
That's why I didn't know. I didn't look like him, so
He has he's walking like DJ in that picture.
He is walking like DJ, and they have the same beard.
They got the
So,
same beard.
honest mistake.
Small pictures.
Wolfman, the weird swing,
Patrick Reed.
Corny.
corny.
Corny. All right.
Mac,
I wouldn't call him Patrick Reed, but like
I would call
also
Patrick Reed
like
when Keopka calls him like Keopka called him soft.
he is taking flack from his team over there at Live.
He got traded.
They-
He got him and Taylor Gooch were traded straight. That's why I don't respect Liv. It was like the Taylor Gooch, like the MVP of Liv, the number one player.
He won the championship too.
Yeah, Gooch was like literally the best player on Liv last year, and he gets traded for the guy that finished 37th in like the money rankings or like power rankings.
Of 48 too, like 37th on the PGA Tour. That's great.
37
No,
out of 40. We're talking about 37 out of 40 golfers on Liv.
48, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you know that
brutal.
Matthew Wolff was the number one golfer over Viktor Hovland for his 2 years at Oklahoma State? Like he had that,
Mhm.
he had the it factor, but he kind of soft.
Mentally soft.
Kind of soft. All right.
He had some I think it was the transition from college with all that support around you to being on your own on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Could not handle that transition. Max Homa, PIP Horse.
Yo, aim point Messiah
Easily.
though.
He is he's slow on the greens.
He is
Aim
slow.
point.
All right, he's pretty
Um,
slow around the course, to be honest.
Might be my favorite PGA Tour golfer, like top 2 or 3. He's the man.
He's
He's awesome.
very, very lovable as well. Like his journey on and off and on the PGA Tour again, and
Yeah.
now he's a top 5 player in the world. Like
Pip, not Messiah.
Pip.
Soon to be Messiah.
Soon to be.
He might be the second coming.
This one's obvious. Oh,
Brian
never mind.
Harmon.
Brian Harmy. Journey.
Sure.
He's a classic journey, man. Corey Connors, though, fucking Patrick Reed.
Corey Connors.
Fucking state, dude.
Double chin. Golf Messiah. Huh?
Dude, he looks like he's crying in that picture.
Realistically, probably
journeyman.
journeyman.
Yeah, journey.
Yeah. I'll put him at journeyman. I agree with that. All right, we're getting to the end here.
I'm surprised you didn't put. Why didn't you
Lucas
put Tiger
Glover.
up there?
We're waiting for him. We'll do Tiger last.
All right. We all know where
Lucas-
he's going.
Swamp Kings.
Swamp ass kings.
Swamp ass king. Lucas Glover. Never wear khaki pants ever again, bud.
I like how our one file upload
Just for the
is
picture, the
swampy.jpg.
picture of that we have of his swamp ass golf Messiah, because there's the fact that he won that.
What are your rankings,
that
dude?
level.
What are your rankings?
Hey, we are clarified at the start that is completely subjective.
That's fine. All
There's
right.
no
I'll take it as
objective
a-
truth to this ranking.
No,
I
but
think
see, where I'm only putting swamp ass Lucas Glover at golf Messiah. Lucas Glover by himself, probably journeyman.
I think he's kind of dorky, bro. I'm putting him a corny. He corny ass.
Mac, whatever you say.
Swampy.
I gotta put him at journeyman because he did have that run right there at the end of the season.
It was pretty impressive.
Fair.
2 in a row.
Yep.
Like to do that on the PGA Tour is, just kind of impressive.
Did you guys notice that this entire time, the only at the very bottom of the screen, it shows choose files and then swampy.jpg.
That is
You
what
can
I
tell
named
what-
the file for Lucas Glover.
You can tell what we uploaded last.
All right,
All right, Messiah.
greatest golfer.
The goat.
Okay,
I
go.
will preface this by a video I saw. I can't remember who the stand-up comedian was that did this, but it was hilarious.
Oh my
He was like, he's making
It's
a joke.
Ron White.
It was Ron
No,
White. Yeah, he was like,
god.
the preface of the joke was like, my wife's all pissed off at her best friend's husband for cheating on her, and his argument was like, well, that dude has had sex with every girl that he possibly could in his lifetime. Tiger Woods had hundreds of thousands of girls that wanted to bang him, and he only cheated 19 times. That's love. That's what that is.
That's not love. I don't know what is.
That's not love.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's dedication.
Dedication.
So
He's a journeyman in the spouse's eyes.
I'm a scumbag.
Yeah, journeyman.
I can't
He only,
comment.
had, he only had 82 wins.
Only 15 majors. So
Yeah.
Only 15.
that was pretty fun. That was a lot of fun.
That was a good time. You can ignore everybody else down here. We don't know. We either don't know who they are, or they have a repetitive picture, or they just suck. And we don't
So
care.
the only other person that we did not have on here that I think we'll just use a random picture. We'll use so right here, Scottie Scheffler.
Oh yeah, Scottie Scheffler. Good call. I think Pip, because of what he's been able to do this year alone, is Pip.
Yep.
Like, he might like be the greatest golf ball striker of all time.
I also would put him.
After
I
Tiger
might.
Woods.
I might even put him at Golf Messiah, just simply because he has, in my opinion, one of the craziest swings that I've ever fucking seen, and it is also at the same time the most consistent swing I've ever seen. So like that alone, just that combo of like.
I will say I
Just
could name a lot more.
mindfuckery.
I could name a couple crazy swings. You got Matt Wolff, you got Jim Furyk.
But they're not as good as him.
Like everyone's.
I mean,
like,
Jim
they're all
Furyk
grounded.
maybe.
They're all so like when Scottie Scheffler hits the ball, both of his feet are off the ground. Like those
Right.
guys, like
So
When
is
when
JT.
he-
So are JT's feet.
that's true. That is very
Like
true.
I
Yeah.
think his swing, like for Scottie Scheffler though, like his swing plane, everything's the same. It's just his feet come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like-
also you can't say anything. Like the other people who have crazy swings aren't, in my opinion, nearly as good as Scotty.
I mean, he
that
does
combo
finish.
of him being able to be that consistent with still such a crazy even aspect of his swing. Because I wouldn't say his whole swing is that crazy, but you're right, it is just one aspect. But even just having that one aspect of your swing, as crazy as it is, you can put him at Pip if you want. I was throwing
I will-
feelers out there for myself.
I do. I don't. To your guys' golf messiah point, I do see like he does still finish top 5 in every tournament and is losing like 800 strokes around on the greens.
Right.
Like when he was putting well, he was
Mhm.
the best golfer in the world, bar none. Like no question about it. But
Yeah,
Right.
he's been like the number one. Like his strokes gained tee to green is like some of the craziest. Like it's like not even a question. Like he's like miles above everybody else. But like I still think until he figures out the putter, he's not a golf messiah. I'd vote Pip Horse.
Yeah, we'll put him at Pip.
Top of the Pip Horse. For sure.
All right. Well, that's
Sweet,
our
that was
definitive
fun.
list of golf size. I think we have way more than 10 on the PIP Horse, so a couple of these people may not be getting their PIP money, but I guess Ernie Els probably isn't getting any PIP money, so
No, not anymore.
Yeah, there's some obvious ones. Yeah, that was a good time though.
That was an excellent time.
Don't feel free to send anybody in the Patrick Reed tier either a lawsuit, or you could flame their outfit, or maybe just call them a bitch. You got a lot of options there. A lot of people you can shit talk now, and a lot of people you can look up to. So use this as your guide into the future. That was a good time.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, it's good talking to you, gentlemen. Cheers.
Good talking to you as well.
Another good episode.
Cheers.